Hello? Is this thing on? Well, hello there. I just wanted to pop in and do a quick video on how I keep focused, motivated, and organized in my writing progress and journey. Um, as I alluded to in one of my earlier videos, I am a data girly. I love data. I love numbers. I love patterns. I love statistics in a more loose way than that sounds. Like, I'm not somebody who would ever be a math major. And I'm pretty sure that I, I'm not pretty sure I was in math support for the entirety of my um, academic journey from like 6th through 12th grade. I had one extra math class because I just needed that level of support. And I'm grateful that my school offered that. And I also, statistics was like very difficult for me. I think I got a B minus, and that was me like working my behind off the entire time while in college. Also, like, did not pass finance or economics, but none of that is relevant. What I'm here to share is that data is important to me for the things in my life, not actual numbers and equations, but like, how am I progressing in this book? For me, it's been very important for me to have an area or an opportunity. No, I think area is right. An area for me to see my progress. And I need to have it in ways that also like fuel my dopamine hits. Um, so I'm going to show you what that looks like. So here is the website that I use predominantly. And prior to this, I actually was using another one called NaNoWriMo. You may have heard of it. It's a now defunct website or community that had a lot of writing challenges. Sorry about my stupid cough. Drink some tea. That had a lot of writing challenges, one of which was like, write a book in 30 days or something like that. You had to write 1,600 words or something, which for me is actually pretty difficult. On a very good day, like one of my best days, I think I hit 2,000 words. But I was definitely like locked in the zone. On average, I can like muster up 800 to 1,000 words, up to 1,200 words if I'm feeling like really, really inspired. I think my average is even like less than that over time. But what was I talking about? Oh, so yes, this web. Oh, so NaNoWriMo is now over. It's finished. The website is down. But luckily, because I'm a Reddit girly, thank God, get on Reddit. I cannot tell people, like, I cannot state it enough. I'm not on any social medias outside of my little trying to grow my channel and my brand here. But I am on Reddit profusely. And it was Reddit that told me that the website was going down, and I immediately found an alternative, and I was able to actually upload all of my data from NaNoWriMo to TrackBear. So I lost nothing, and even though the interface is not as like fun, and I'll show you guys what my old one was. So here's my little website. The old So this is what NaNoWriMo looked like the dashboard. You could get badges. This was like for a 7-day streak, a 14-day streak, a 21-day streak. My first badge for like 1,676 or 1,667 words, 5K words, 25K words, 40K. I think this was also part of the streaks, like making it halfway. Just really fun. Just for if you're somebody who needs like just dopamine, just copious levels of dopamine to just saturate your brain to continue doing all the things that you want and accomplishing all your dreams and goals, something like this is fantastic. And so I made sure I took a screenshot when I made it up to 50%. And they also were giving me graphs too. And apparently there's even more like community building in it. I never got into that side of things, but like it was a whole thing. But luckily I was able to shift over. to Track Bear. So Track Bear is a similar kind of interface which allows for you to track your writing process. And so here we have my one and only goal, which is write my first book. Okay? Write my first book. So it tells me that my current streak is 2 days, which, yeah, I'm kind of just getting back into flow after 2 weeks of like craziness between like work and social life and just like feeling a little uninspired. I'm going to make another video about that. I'm going to title it Discovery Writing Woes. So look out for that one. But my longest streak was like 3 weeks in a row. I'm hitting my book. It's got a nice little progress meter here. I'm 70% done. Like, guys, I am so close. I'm actually further than I've ever been before. Like, this is a huge win for me. And it even shows like today I did 1,284 words at a coffee shop with somebody from my writing group. So that was great. Here you can see, so this is the dashboard. This is what your dashboard will look. They even have this fun little thing here. I don't really like the interface of this, but I think for anybody who likes these kind of things, like it's not intuitive for me, but like here's your days of the week. This is only this many words because this is when I wasn't using any sort of progress tracker, which regrets when I initially started. But so I uploaded all the book that I had written up until this point. This was over the course of like 3 or 4 months. But here it tells you, right, like on one Sunday Sunday, I had no activity. But like this February on 1/26 or January, you see how it's not intuitive? I did 397 words on this day. And like the fainter colors, I guess, are less words. And then the more concentrated colors are more words. Although for 2,645 words, I would like to think I have a deep purple mark on that one. That feels kind of ridiculous. That's a lot of words. So this day I did 1,593 words. This day, wow, actually, guys, I don't know what I was talking about. I am killing it. 1,705 words, 1,196 words, 1,284, because now we're in present day. This day I did 1,096. This day, no activity. 5 words. And a win is a win. A win is a win. 5 words is better than no words. These are all no words. 193 words is better than no words. So here's your dashboard. Okay, cool. Now we're going to go into projects. In projects, it has, you can like title it. My titles always tend to come last for whatever work that I do, whether it's like an essay or, a fictional piece or something. So sorry, I just yawned, like I stretched my mouth like a massator. Is that a real thing? I think I was thinking of some sort. I was thinking of like a whale or something. Anyway, oh my God. This is so chaotic. I'm sorry. Oh my God. Okay. Anyway, so this is titled Untitled just because I don't normally have a title. But as you can see here, it was imported, like my data was imported from NaNoWriMo. And then you can even have a nice little picture. This is my same picture I have for my writing background. Oh my God. And so I like to use it here. You can do it. So here we can see this beautiful graph. I mean, look at this. Upward trends, data, like, and it's just so nice to see it going up, right? Even if like the words are not that much day by day, as long as you're writing something, you're oh my God, guys, I apologize. The thing is, I'm still going to publish this video as is. So I was working a conference, a national youth conference, about like 2 weeks ago. And I just felt ill. I used to teach, and like my body genuinely could not hack it. Like I Let me go take my cough medicine. I apologize, guys. Actually, I'm not gonna apologize. I'm sick. That's not my fault. But I feel like I could have planned this out better. 1 second. Okay. I'm eating like or not eating. But I'm taking a little I'm taking my cough drop. Honestly, if I was drug tested, I'd probably fail. Just because I have like every over-the-counter medication known to man in my system right now. This is so crazy. I went on like a mini hike today with a friend, and I managed. Like, I was still coughing, but like not like this. Anyway, as you can see, hold on, let me take one more deep breath. Sorry, just coughing in your ear. Oh my goodness. Okay. As I was saying, these are all upward trends. Like, you can see as long as you're doing a little bit every day, you are going to be progressing upwards. And for me, this is really important to see in terms of like motivation. And just keeping motivated, because at the end of the day, writing a book, as we know, lesson number 2, or is it 1? Lesson number 1, writing a book is actually very challenging. I've already mentioned it can be monotonous. It's also a great deal of time of investment. Every time I have these writing sessions, like, they're at least 45 minutes to an hour to 2. I was at that cafe today from 12:30 p.m. to 3 o'clock, 3:15, 3:10, 3:15. And like, yeah, was I like also doing some other things? I'm working on a grant right now. While I was writing, sure, but like minimum of 45 minutes if I want a really good productive writing session. So it's also an investment. And I just feel like you need some time to see that it's going somewhere. So for me, I have like just hit milestones in terms of like 70% today, right? 60,000 words. I want my book to be 90,000 words just because, let me talk about that later. Okay, so here is something that you can also have here. So what I like about this platform, and NaNoWriMo did not have that. Okay. Where you can like put your word progress. It gives you the total. Ooh, and maybe I should start adding tags too. But you can also write notes. And I love being able to look back at the notes that I wrote from before. And I just wish I had started this in the beginning, because I think it would have been interesting to see what I was saying. So for example, like, I didn't write a note for today, but if I had, it would have just been like, wow, another amazing session in the books this weekend. Feeling back on track and ready to finish this thing. Oh, perfect. And there it is. Yesterday I wrote something similar, like, did it. We are back for real, for real. That was 2 hours. Another one just saying I'm back, because honestly, like, I've just felt so off kilter. But I also feel like, and I'll talk more about this in my other video, sometimes it's good to step away from something, because I feel like I was able to step away and like come back with like fresh eyes and ideas. So that's good. But just me just talking to myself, really, like, whoa, oh my God, I did it. I'm at 60K words. This is a book in and of itself. Like, this is a middle grade book. This is a short little novella. Like, this is a book. I think The Great Gatsby was like 60,000 or 70,000 words. So I've written a book. I just haven't finished my book, which is crazy. This one I said I did it. I'm quite pleased. First session. This one I was struggling. I said, I'm really trying. This is all I could do today. I procrastinated getting to it until I hit my bedtime, but it is what it is. Sometimes it just is what it is. Between some typing at the office and at home, it's feeling a bit torturous, not gonna lie, right? Like, sometimes you just gotta push through and get that grit, which is back to lesson number 1. But it's just me talking to myself, right? I'm so tired. I have to stop leaving writing at night as the last thing to do. It's not working. I had a very difficult time describing this damn open air kitchen. So, this 933 words nearly killed me. Anyway, it's just cool. It's cool. You can see everything. And I didn't realize you could do those notes until right about here, when I was halfway through the book. So that's one aspect of this. Then you can do mini goals. So at first I had split this up into 2 goals. So you can have as many goals as you want. You can have a goal for like finish a chapter, finish, 10,000 words, 20,000 words. You can have as many goals as you want for different projects as well. For the sake of simplicity, for me, it just felt easier to have like my one project, which is my book, and then my goal, which is to write the book. So that's my goal. Here you can see another place for like more dopamine, where it just is this nice little circle and this ring that tells me my level of completion. And then here is another place where I get more dopamine. Oh no, it's gone. Before that, this ring was closed. Oh, I wanted you guys to see it. It was so lovely. But this is what happens. Or this is where if you hit your word count for the day, which mine is now 1,779 words to finish by the end of June. The ring is like orange circle. It's so nice. So here's where you can, oh, sorry, I should have done this here. So for your God, this is, okay, I'll just finish this and then go back. No, I'll finish it here. Okay, so here's where you can configure your project. It's very simple, right? It's like the work, your book, your short story, your whatever. I said mine is like imported from NaNoWriMo, but you would normally have a description of your book. I just haven't done that yet. You can put what phase your work is in. Mine is in drafting. Abandoned is crazy. But they have planning, outlining, drafting, revising, on hold, finish, abandoned. And then you can add your starting balance. I did that, but when I did that, it threw... Ugh, is anyone else getting eaten alive by mosquitoes this summer, or is it just me? But when I did that, it threw off my word count for whatever reason. Like, it wouldn't, it didn't count as activity towards the book. So it wouldn't count when I was doing my, like, 90,000 words here. And I just can't have that, right? So, but these are all your options in terms of, like, configuring your project and then uploading your cover. So for goals, it's the same thing. You can go into configuring your goals, your title. Mine is Write My First Book. This could be Write Your First Chapter, Write 500 words of your short story, anything, right? This is completely free for you to use. You can choose to show it on your profile or not. I think this is a public domain, but like I haven't come across anybody here, right? I haven't made any friends. I haven't had anyone add me or anything. It's just kind of me using it, which is perfectly fine. Goal type, you can have a target or a habit. So if you want to just get into the habit of writing once a week, you can make that your goal, right? Write once a week. You can put this in words, time. So like I want to write for 2 hours and 5 minutes every day. You can put it in pages. I want to write 10 pages every day. You can put chapters. I want to write 1 chapter, every week or 2 weeks. You can do scenes. I want to finish 5 scenes. Like, you get the idea, right? You can put even lines. I went to a panel at AwesomeCon, which is DC's version of Comic Con, and I went to one on. Honestly, I'm experiencing like some sunk cost fallacy right now where it's like, I probably should not upload this video, but I've already filmed so much that I'm just going to. So please, I just beg of you, excuse the hacking of the lungs. I am immunocompromised. Not really, but like maybe. So, have grace. Anyway, so at the conference, this woman, it was on the business of authorship, right? So being an author versus writing and the differences between that. Writing is an art form, right? It's been like, for whatever reason, challenging to refer to myself as an artist, but like I am. I'm creating something. I'm creating art via the medium of writing. That is different than the business of being an author. And if you guys want a video on that, let me know, because it was very informative, very, very informative. But one woman on the panel, she said, and these are all published authors on the panel, by the way. She said that there are different kinds of writers. You are either a writer by word count, pages, or chapters. And that really spoke to me because, like, I'm a word count girly. So when I go into my book, I actually need to have the word count. It's probably up right now. I don't want you guys to see. As you can see here, the word count, it's up. I need to have this word count up as I'm writing the entire time because it just helps to keep me motivated. So that was interesting to see. So you can put the start date and then you can put the end date. As you can see, my start date was like loosely in August. I wasn't really keeping track in the beginning. I think I didn't really start writing until late September. Probably October after I got my job. And then I have my end date here, which coincides with the deadline for the grant. I'm so grateful for that deadline. I would finish it regardless. I really would. But the deadline is nice because it just gives me like a stopping point. Anyway, and you can also include the projects that encompass the goal. So mine is write my first book. So obviously like my book, the project is the one to include. But if yours was like write 3 short stories, then you could put all 3 short stories in here. So that is how to configure your goal. And then there are leaderboards, and this is where it can be like more of a communal thing. I'm not really looking for that right now. I have pretty strong community with my writing already in the virtual group that I'm a part of and the in-person group that I'm a part of. But this could be really cool, like if you're seeking community. I'm just not really sure how you would find that. Like, I don't know how you find users, but if you do, let me know how that works. And then your stats. And so here is my 2025 activity where it shows me all the words. This is technically incorrect. It's whatever this number is minus 16,000 something, whatever like that first total that I was. And so that's TrackBear, and I love it. So this is the main way that I keep organized and motivated via data for my book writing. I love it. I love it, love it, love it. And then I also have some other things that I do too. One of which on the computer is here, where I have my, it's a small thing, but it really helps. It's just me like screenshotting every single time I hit like a certain milestone word count. So 19,000 words, 20, 22, 23, 26, 29, 30, 31, 33, 38, 42, and so on and so forth. It just really helps me. This is another little one. It's stupid, but I love it. It's like when I was doing like a Grammarly check, like a very soft Grammarly check, it said, this doc looks a bit long. And I said, yeah, because it's a book. For real, for real. So that was fun. Let me see. This is when I got my halfway through badge. I reached the halfway point. I just love anything that tells me, like, I'm really doing this, you know? Like, I'm really writing this book. This is another screenshot. I don't know what that's for. And then outside of that, I have, where is the tab I'm supposed to be on here? Outside of that, I have another mechanism that I use, but I have a separate video for that. And it's basically just a whiteboard in my bedroom that has like my total on it that I've kind of configured to be like a physical progress board. And it just is so nice, like going to bed and waking up and seeing the progress physically. I'm a visual person, and like even the act of just going on and like updating the word count and updating the little, I have a battery at the bottom of it that showcases how much I've done, is just really, it's a really good feeling. It's a feeling of accomplishment, right? Like I'm really doing this. So this is what I use. I'll upload a little video of me using my whiteboard after the fact, but that's it. Let me know if there is something else you would like to see, or something else you would like for me to showcase as I continue this journey. And honestly, wrap it up, right? We're almost there. We're more than halfway. I plan on getting to 80% at the end of this week, and then it's 90, and then it's finished. And I've written a book. So shout out to me, and shout out to you if you're also accomplishing your dreams and goals. I love to see that. Okay, I'm gonna go to bed now. And I hope you guys have a great night yourself. Buenas noches. This is a very big moment. This is a very big moment. What a big moment this is. This moment right here. Right here. We are officially halfway through. Officially halfway through. Ta-da! What a special moment this is. So proud of myself. Officially halfway through my book. I've reached the halfway point, and this is very significant because I'm halfway done. Need I say more? You know what I mean? This is, wow, almost there. So the goal for this month is to finish it up, which I subconsciously am worried is overly ambitious because it did take me up until this point to get to this point. So I'm like, then surely wouldn't it take another 8 or so months? I don't know, 6, 7 months. I don't know where I'm at. I think I'm at like 6 or 7 months, but I'm just putting that to the side and pushing myself and saying like, no, I can do this. I can actually finish it up now. I feel like this was the hard part, just getting into the flow, getting into a rhythm, understanding the process. And now I have it, and now I can just like execute. So super proud, super excited. And here's to the next 45,000.